Hello, I'm Anna Miller, co-host and associate producer for the RPM Show, and welcome to my video review of Devil. Now, the basic plot of this movie is very simple. The story is about five people who have never met a day in their life, know nothing about each other, are sharing an elevator in a Philadelphia high-rise. Well, what happens? The elevator stops and they are all trapped inside. And then, bad stuff starts happening. Now, the reason for the bad stuff is unexplainable. Basically, it's supernatural forces that turn out to be the work of the devil. And in so doing, the devil is among them in the elevator, unseen to any of them. Now, the frontrunner for this movie is a person that I'm sure everybody out there knows, M. Night Shyamalan, who has made a name for himself in stuff like The Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village, and of course a few other handful of movies. Now, with this movie, he serves only as story writer and producer. He gave the director job to the guy who directed Quarantine and the Poughkeepsie tapes, which are two examples of the quote-unquote found film footage thing that started with the Blair Witch Project and has been done with recent stuff like Paranormal Activity. Now, in being the story writer and producer, Shyamalan actually is able to tell a story that, from what it looks like, was a story that he was told as a kid by his mom, because the movie has a narrator, and I firmly believe that it's Shyamalan himself as the narrator, because I simply know his voice, and I believe that that was his voice, so that Shyamalan is the narrator of this movie. Um, Basically, it's about, it basically dwells on the movie's tagline, bad things happen for a reason, and in so doing, there are simply reasons for all these things to happen. Well, if you recognize Shyamalan's style, which is basically involves major plots and turns, the suspense, the thrills that are very inhabitant in movies like The Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village, and of course the major surprise endings that he's well famous for, especially in The Sixth Sense. Those styles of storytelling are present in this movie. Basically, what we find out is, without spoiling anything, I will not spoil a thing. Basically, what you should know is that the plots and twists that he is known for go along with the movie in the way that we basically start finding out different things about the five people that are in the elevator, along with the lead detective who is on the case or overseeing what goes on. We start finding things out about them in their personal lives that kind of give way to the tagline, bad things happen for a reason. So there's a reason that these people are in this elevator. Now, with that being said, that marks the fact that this is an intelligently written thriller. It's full of, okay, guess it's a big guess game because you're starting to realize, because okay, who is the devil? Why are these people there? Why were these people picked? Well, we quickly find that out as the movie goes along, and quite actually, the stories that each of the five people have for the reasons that they are there are extremely good. It's very intelligent. And it's quick, and it's certainly one of those rare thrillers that that succeeds in being suspenseful and thrilling, because a lot of movies of this genre have failed because the writing is so poor. Because the writers, I don't know. I mean, I'm not to mention any names, but the writing style just falls apart, and what eventually ends up happening is the movie is not suspenseful. It's predictable, and you can pretty much guess what's going to happen the next minute. But in this movie, you don't, because this movie actually allows Shyamalan to return to his roots, which started with The Sixth Sense, and it allows him to go back to that style of filmmaking that made him successful. And I think that this movie strategically just does that very well. Now, Devil is, for me, a complete 10 out of 10 on a scale. It is a very well-written thriller. I mean, it's full of suspense, and the twists and turns are surprisingly great. It's so, I mean, it just makes your eyes go like, okay, so that does make sense. Anyway, I recommend it thoroughly. Now, in so doing, with that being said, I have actually published a review of this movie on our RPM show account on hubpages.com. You can go there and check it out, and also be sure to check out our website, facebook.com/the RPM show, on our YouTube page, youtube.com/RPM radio, and we are on iTunes, and also we have a MySpace page. myspace.com/the RPM show. Given, I'm sure, and of course they each have links on our main website, therpmshow.com. Now, of course, now I'll be back to give more reviews. Hopefully, within the next while, as soon as I can get my ideas together for the next one, because we actually saw a double feature this weekend. We also saw The Town, so I will be following up a review with a video review of The Town, and hopefully today as well. So you'll be able to see two video reviews from me today. Actually, they're being shot this day. Actually, I should say. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back soon, so stay tuned.